Shalom alaikum, brothers, and welcome
Wait a minute,
to.
something is going wrong.
Bruh,
Is it fixed now?
it's gonna be cringe.
Yeah, it is. Okay, no, it's alright.
Shalom alaikum, brothers, and welcome to round 19 of season 7 of 2 SRL. Tis Corta. Loved and hated track, I think it's fair to say. Some people like it. Some people race on the pad and hate it. So the tires go a good bit after sector 1.
Some people race on a wheel and hate it.
Well, they're just the betas.
Sorry. Anyway.
I'm sorry, little one.
So, yeah, full grid today. We've got some reserves, some extra drivers. So we have Rust, he is a reserve. He joined pretty recently. Alexander is also a reserve. Ryan Flanagan has full-time seats, but he is new to the league as well. So those are the new faces we have to do. Oh, actually, we have Romse here.
Fallen Wings as well is new.
He raced last week as
Did
well.
he?
Yeah, he
I
raced
don't.
last week.
Oh
He
yeah, I
was.
didn't commentate last week. That explains
Oh
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, me and Milos did commentary last week. That also explains why I still have Milos on there then. So I'm going to quickly change that.
It's like you're already prepared for my potential departure. I see how it is, Hagrid. I see how it is.
Yes, nice leak you've got there.
Oh, bruh.
Anyway, some people are already starting their laps. I believe Timo was the first one, or one of the first. Actually, there's a McLaren in front of him. That's Deadbands. Yes. No, that's Tipsy Bob in front of him, but he's on an out lap. So Timo is going to be the first one to complete the timed lap, unless he invalidates it, which is quite easy to do on this track, I think. In the penultimate corner, I believe.
Nice line, mate.
Yeah, he went a little bit wide there.
Yeah. Purple sector 2. Largely due to the fact that he was the first person to set a sector time, but you know, Kappa.
Yeah, but we don't tell that here.
True.
That's a secret.
Except I just did.
It's a public secret now.
I'm gonna get Xi Jinping done shut up now.
Yes. So anyway, it goes a little bit
removed by the moderator. Oh. Nick, these are some fast first run time. 31.6 from Nick, currently the fastest. That's a really good time.
Yeah, some pretty good times already. Julian puts it on pole position, 31.3. That's 3 tenths faster than Nicholas in P2 at the moment.
Yep. That's pretty quick. I believe pole in tier 2 was a 30.8, was it?
Yes, I believe so.
Based on the first run times, as some idiots, that's 31.2. I'd say it's possible that we could beat that in tier 1.
Yeah, I think it would be possible, because of
I
course the
say
track always...
it's not really a team effort, but you know, moral support and all that.
So, Romse did his time on mediums. That's interesting, because we'd expect a soft to medium strategy on this track.
Yeah. I could see why you might do like start on mediums if you're on pad, because the tire temperatures are awful in sector 1. Maybe that's what it is, but it's kind of a slow lap, to be honest.
Yeah, but judging by his inputs, it doesn't look like he's driving on a pad.
Yeah, it looks a bit smooth to be fair. I'm gonna guess he's just running laps and that he hasn't much practice, because I don't think he was due to be driving this until not too long ago. Given the benefit of the doubt and say he's just getting up to pace.
Yeah. Right, Null is also back. Oh, he's going into the pits. Abandoning his lap. Would not have been the best lap anyway. There's a Toro Rosso coming, that is copy. So, what is he gonna do? That's a 31.3, puts it on P3.
That's a pretty good time. Worth mentioning that Speedy in P4 on a 31.6 did that time on a pad, which is quite impressive because, as I said, temperatures are awful on pad and even in quali they're bad. So, pretty good effort by Speedy.
Yeah, I think this track is one of the worst then for the bad drivers. Of course, Singapore is also one of them.
Yeah, Singapore is quite bad.
Yeah.
It's just because of the change of direction and the sustained corners together just kind of destroys the tires.
Yeah, we also have that a lot here, especially in Sector 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course the start of Sector 2 included. It's also part of the S's. And Sector 3 has a lot of corners as well. Especially the long I'd say double right-hander.
Ah, yes,
There is.
Turkey Turn 8, yeah.
Yeah, the funny. No, I mean the long right-hander in Sector 3.
Yeah, Turkey Turn 8.
Ah, okay. That's a reference I don't really get, but anyway.
It's like Turkey Turn 8, but a right-hander instead of a left-hander, because Tilke makes his tracks with jigsaw pieces.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, Alexander is coming around final corner. Puts in a 32.7. That speeds well for him. So Timo again on an out lap, going to start his second hot lap now. At the moment he is on P13 with a 33.7. It's not the best time. And he already locks up and loses a lot of time into turn 1, so that's not really what you want.
Yeah, turn 1 is a kind of a tricky corner, because like it's not, I wouldn't say it's a difficult corner, but it's an easy one to mess up.
Yeah,
So,
because at the start you're like going upwards, so the braking distance is a lot shorter, but as you go further up the hill, the curve tends to bend a little bit, so once
yeah,
you brake too late you're just gonna fly over the corner entirely.
like your entry speed doesn't matter too much as long as you find the apex, because if you miss the apex, especially 'cause it tightens up a lot on the exit and falls away, you lose so much time.
Alright, so the slash LP is now coming into the third sector. Currently 3/10 up on his time. He's currently on P9. It's a good position.
Yeah, it's a reasonable effort so far from the slashy.
Yeah, his current time so far is a 32.4, so there's definitely room for improvement, but he is improving this lap.
Yeah.
So
Kept it
only
for Russia turn 3.
Okay, so this lap is a 32.1, so he improves by 3/10, but he does not gain a position from it.
Yeah, more just consolidates P9 for now. It's a decent time.
Yeah, but not yet able to get into the 31s. So, yeah, some idiot is also going through the third sector right now. So he's currently on pole position for 31.2. I'm not sure if he is improving at the moment, but you would expect so because the track tends to get faster, and he does improve by almost 2/10. So that's a 31.0. Almost a 31.1.
And Speedy at 31.2, that's a really good effort.
Yeah, that puts it on second. So there is just under 7 minutes left, and we have some idiot so far on pole position. Currently off track, getting out of the way for other drivers. Speedy on P2 on the pad, which is a really good performance, 31.2. And Julian currently in P3, so he is, I believe, about 14 points behind on some idiot in the championship. I'm not sure.
16.
16, alright. So he's currently 16 points down, so with 3 races left, including this one, it's definitely possible to catch up to some idiot, but being in third position and having some idiot on pole position, that's not ideal for him, so he will definitely want to improve this qualifying.
Yeah, I think some idiot might have a bit more in the tank as well. It looked like there was some traffic as he was going through Sepang turn 7. So
You're just
I
gonna
don't know if that
are you
counts.
just gonna reference all the
This is
corners like this now?
Yeah, this is my thing now. Enjoy it, Hagrid.
Alright
Embrace
then.
bullshit.
Anyway. So Ryan Flanagan and Rust have not done a valid lap now. Rust is coming out of the pits, Flanagan is still in the pits.
They're just kind of vibing right now.
Oh, Rust has decided to go out on softs.
Well, I've been making memes. Copy has gone P2, just 100th behind some idiots for 2-on-1.
Yeah, that's a good performance from him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we missed that. So let's see. Yeah, this is Nicholas in the third sector. He's on an out lap. Behind him is Noel. He is on a fast lap. No, he's not on a fast lap. He is on an in lap.
Don't do my boy Noel like that. Just because he hasn't done a 32 yet.
That's
So
not what I. That's not what I mean at all.
So mean.
My
Poor Noel is a little driver that could, and you're just grinding him down, man. Haters, man, honestly.
Anyway.
Yeah, Nick is on a really good lap so far. 24.5 in the first sector. That's a really solid time. And keeping it pretty neat and tidy. Very typical of Nick. It's very smooth.
So let's quickly take a look. Fallen Wings is coming around the final corner to complete his hot lap. So right now it's a 33.9, he improves by 9/10, and he puts it in P17.
Yeah, manages to break the 34 barrier. That's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely an improvement. So
A little bit off the next car, but maybe it's just about enough time for another run. Who knows?
Yeah.
A little bit tight, but doable.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, so Nick coming around the final corner now. That's a 31.3. Puts it in P4.
Yeah,
that's
a
good
really
effort
good
from Nick. So he is faster than Julian and Danny at the moment. Julian and Danny, both really fast boys, especially Danny. He's been known to getting really good times in qualifying.
Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to convert that to a win yet. Still yet to come, but there's still time left in the season. Maybe he can. Or maybe he can steal a win at Abu Dhabi because everyone hates that track and won't care by the time it comes around, so he can just try hard at easy win. Abu Dhabi, yes.
I was low-key dying there. Alexander improves by 2.5/10, puts it in P12. So yeah, what was you gonna say?
I'm just saying the boys are vibing.
Alright. So yeah, Some Idiot is also going to start his final hot lap now. Let's see, is Nicholas? No, that's Triton behind, also on an out lap. So yeah, most people are going to start their final runs now. Almost everyone is out on track. There's only 3 people in the pit still at this point.
Yeah, Some Idiot already improving in Sector 1 nearly 2/10 on a 24.3.
Yeah, Nicholas pulls into the pit, so I think that's his qualifying over.
Yeah, he doesn't have time for another run. You wouldn't want to do 2 runs on softs anyway. They're kind of marginal as it is.
Yeah, keeping in mind the tire temperatures that you're getting around this track. The second run would just not be fast enough, and it would be disastrous for your tires as well.
Yeah, with where you'd be sliding more and just kill you in the race.
Yeah, so Benz is retired in the pits, so that's his qualifying over in P11 so far.
Yeah. Worth mentioning, Jesse in P10 right now. It's a decent effort from him.
He's doing well. So we've got quite a few cars coming around the final corner now, looking to start their final lap. So I'm gonna quickly take a look who we can follow.
130.797.
30.7. Very good.
Yeah.
So that is currently just over 3/10 faster than Copy in P2. But we have Julian going through sector 3 right now.
Yeah, he's
Going a
down
little
on
bit
the
wide.
stake. Yeah, this isn't going to be an improvement. Or it is.
It is an improvement, puts it on P3.
Yeah. Just barely ahead of Speedy, though, who is improving himself, so don't discount Speedy yet.
No, the next one is Danico.
Yeah, Danny on a big improvement, 5/10 up.
Yeah, so that could potentially, yeah, that's P3, so that's Julian back down to P4 again. Hugo goes into the pits.
Yeah, it must have
Next
been
up
valid.
is Slash LP. He's up to 2/10. Improves by 2/10. That's a 31.9. Good effort. Puts it in P8. So next up is Speedy. Let's see what he can do. He's 1/10 up. It's a 30.8.
Yeah,
That was
invalid.
invalid, unfortunately. It would have put him on P2. So I believe Jesse is the next one to cross the line then.
Popo's
Let's
just
see.
like he's Spinalad and broken his wing in
The
God, what's
long right-hander.
in China? I've ruined the joke now, haven't I?
Come on, man.
Fared.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, Popo was the last one to complete his qualifying, so he's pulling into the pits now. So that is qualifying over for this USA Grand Prix. So we've got some idiot on pole position by quite some margin. Just over 3/10 up on B2, which is Copy.
Yeah. Statement of intent, I suppose.
Yeah, so he's definitely fast on his home track. Right, so this is what the lineup is going to be. Some idiot in pole position. Copy follows him on the front row of the grid. Then on the second row of the grid we have Danico and Julian. Julian obviously looking to get a good start. Looking to maybe overtake Danico into the first corner. It's going to be tough. I don't know. Starting off
He'll have the
fourth position. Sorry?
Julian will have the inside line in his turn one, so he might be able to jump down either.
Okay, so even positions are on the inside. Okay. So that will potentially put Copy in a good position for the lead as well.
Yeah, potentially. Depending on some idiot's launch.
Yeah, so we're gonna continue to the race.
Shout out to Alexander, the best of the new boys in P10, doing a good job.
Now we're just waiting for everyone to load the session.
Yeah, just watching the fans above the pit bikes clapping to one of Xi Jinping's speeches, it looks like. Very choreographed.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton would say that we have the best fans here.
Mm. Best fans, best fans. Lewis Hamilton will say at the Austrian Grand Prix in June with no fans there that there are the best fans. Just Hamilton things, I suppose.
Nah, he's gonna mean with the best fans, he's probably gonna mean the air conditioning that they have there.
Ah, yes, yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
All right. Jokes
Doesn't care
aside.
about that. Just likes air conditioning.
Jokes aside, Formation Lab has started. Some idiot is leading the grid around the track. So we have everyone in the top 11 on soft tires. Both McLarens of Benz and Tipsy Bob on the same strategy, starting on the medium tires, with Romse in P17 as well. But the rest of the grid is starting on those soft tires, so they are on a straightforward soft to medium strategy. Unless a safety car happens, then we might see things getting spiced up a little bit, some changing of positions.
Rumor has it Nicole Scherzinger broke up with Lewis Hamilton after he cheated on her with an air conditioning unit. Such is his love for fans. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Why do you have to do this?
Brain doesn't work out.
Nice meme, mate.
Good to hear that Milos agrees.
I mean, we are the most professional commentary duo in all of VGL. I think it's fair to
Definitely.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just no debate.
I mean, Terran Cognizant.
What do you mean?
Amateur. Amateur. We're professional.
Alright, so the grid is forming up. Last two cars are coming around the final corner.
Thankfully, not too much of a gap. Information up a little bit, but not the worst we've seen.
Yeah, well, the first cars have been standing there for a while. Anyway, let's see if I can get a better camera. Yes, thank you very much. So,
5 lights. And people have gotten drive-throughs already.
Oh, that's
Timo and Paul and Wings.
Anyway, so Speedy gets a good position side by side with the people. Julian on the inside there. We can gain a position, but he's actually lost one.
Yep, not ideal for Julian. Yellow flag's in sector 1. That's Rust.
That's Rust off the track.
Yeah. So Timo and Fallen Wings both getting drive-throughs, but didn't even really make the best of the start. If you get a drive-through, there's no point kind of stopping. Your best to just stay going and take the drive-through.
Yeah.
You're just shooting yourself in the foot otherwise, because you're gonna lose time anyway.
Yeah, so Hugo's went a bit wide through the corner there, but he's gotten back the position from Nicholas.
Nick is there though, and he brakes early.
Yeah, so Nick goes around the outside and he gets the position. That's a good overtake. Also some action going on behind. Alexander overtaking Nolan, already having a look on the outside of Tipsy Bob.
Alexander not wasting time. Tipsy very defensive on that extreme inside. It's kind of a funny corner that, because the inside is so wide, you can kind of send it when you probably really shouldn't. And my poor boy Rust has cooked his tires and is shibinaling.
Yeah, that's not really what you want. So Fallen Wings and Timo are now both going in for their drive-throughs.
And Hugo having another look at Nick. And just to get it done up the inside.
So yellow flag in sector 3, that's Rust around again.
Yeah, he's vibing. Oh, what a trooper. Has wing damage, still carries on. What a lad. Also, Ban's looking up the inside of Roms. This is a bit spicy. Having a go.
Yeah. Puts it on the inside. Looks like he cut the corner maybe a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, so he's looking at the slipstream now. So he does get a little bit of it. It's not that strong.
It'll break latest. They're breaking both at the same time, but Ban says the inside line.
Yeah.
Managed to do it on the corner exit.
Yeah, so
Nice.
Vance has got the position there.
Rust has session.
Rust has left the session.
Rest in ravioli.
Come on, man. So Nicholas and Hugo's still fighting. Hugo's going very wide in the penultimate corner. And Hugo's again going wide. That gives Nicholas the opportunity to get past.
Yeah, and Triton is gonna have a look now at this rate.
Yeah, Triton is getting close here. He's gonna have to go around the outside. And he's not able to do it here. He's gonna stick close to Hugo's for the upcoming corners. So with the battle that Hugo's and Nicholas have had, they have lost just over 2 seconds to Julian ahead.
Yeah, the lead group has broken away a bit. And formed some idiot's favorite DRS train. He loves them.
Yeah, he definitely likes DRS trains.
Yeah.
He's got a gap of 8 tenths behind, so
yeah,
he could potentially clear it in this lap.
Yeah, Danny's lost the DRS speedy. So under attack from manages to
Yeah, so Danny not having a DRS on speedy really puts Julian right on his gearbox. So Julian might be looking for an extra position there. So let's take a look if there's anything going on back here. No, it doesn't look like there's any fighting going on. Except maybe for Triton and Hugo's. Copy puts in the fastest lap, it's 36.1 behind some idiot. So the DRS train is definitely not gone for now at the front. Pixel, are you still there? I think... Are you still here?
Yeah. It's just vibing on 73% outbound packet loss. That was epic.
Ah, yes.
My
That
internet is
great.
wonderful. Yeah.
So, anyway, looking like a pretty clean race so far.
Yeah, no major incidents. There was the drive-throughs for Team 1 followings, and Rust was kind of vibing, but
Yeah.
besides that, seems fine.
Yeah, so I just went commenting about Rust, like joining the no assist tier. So Rust joined the league yesterday and he was looking to get a seat in tier 2, but tier 2 is kind of full, so he was going to practice without assist. So that's probably why he was struggling a little bit. And yeah, that just caused his tires to massively overheat, and there's just not really any recovering from that. As soon as your tires overheat on this track, it's curtains, possibly.
The tires do be changing the world.
Yeah, so Danico is getting a bit closer.
Oh, and
Ryan Flanagan is retired.
Yeah.
So he is.
Yeah, he's So oh, I don't have another meme. Damn. He's just died at that fast right-hander.
Yeah. Well, he's still on track. He just retired on track, I believe.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure what made him retire. Maybe the drive-through and the fact that he's so far down, but
I don't know if he had a drive-through. I don't think. Well, I didn't see his name come up anyway.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was Fallen Wings and Timo that had the drive-through.
Yeah, maybe he did as well, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So
Copy has
anyway,
broken the rest to Speedy now at the front, so right now it's looking like a 2-horse race.
yeah, and Hugo's is now really on the back of Nicholas again. It looks like he's picking up the pace. So he's too far back to have a look on the inside into this left-hander, even though it's a very wide corner. So he's gonna have to wait for the DRS on the next start-finish straight. So Julian still on the back of Danny. And Danny is already back into DRS of Speedy. So it just looks like Speedy has been falling off a little bit. And
Yeah, he
yeah,
probably just hit the cliff with his tire tank on the pad, realistically. That's the most likely explanation as to why he's fallen off. Romp's retiring as well.
yeah, he retired into the pits, I believe.
Yeah, not entirely sure why he did. He was running okay.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, unlucky kid.
So, let's see if there's any fighting going on. Popo is really close behind Slash LP. And we've got Hugo's fighting, well, potentially fighting Nicholas into the next corner. Yeah, he's already 3/10
Yeah,
behind and he's
Nicholas
really closing
here.
up, so he's gonna send it on the inside there. And yeah, Hugo is on the inside now,
He
and
has
he's
the
gotten
line.
in front. And Popo has made the overtake on Slash LP, but Slash LP is fighting back. And Slash LP has gotten the position back straight away.
Good
Because of,
stuff.
so now Hugo's is in P6, so let's see if he can maybe lose Nicholas behind.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough considering Nick's pace.
Yeah, Julian also already into the pits on lap 7. So he's potentially going for hards. No, he's going to mediums.
Yeah, that's quite aggressive. I think lap 7 is kind of the earliest. Well,
Did he? Oh no, I think that was
no,
just a glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. If he can make it work from lap 6, then he'll get a decent undercut, which is kind of what he needs considering the gap to some idiots. He has to try something.
Yeah, he's gonna have to try something if he wants to have a good shot in the championship, considering that he's 16 points down at the moment. Some idiot is running in first position, so he definitely needs something good this race. So Copy might have a look on some idiot. Yeah, some idiot already
He's going for it.
conserving it. Yeah, so some idiot choosing not to fight Copy here to not lose any time.
Yeah,
Copy locks up a little bit.
I guess his Copy has decided he wants to be first in line to the pits this lap. I presume that's why he chose now to overtake, because he could have done it a lap later. So maybe he's pitting now.
Yeah, so he's just going for a fast in lap.
Yeah, and be first into the pit. That definitely helps as well.
Yeah.
So, no, chooses not to go in, just I guess he wants to use the ERS and try to create a gap to some idiots when he pits. But Danny and Speedy are pitting.
Yeah, Triton and Slash LP as well.
Where will Julian come out relative to these guys? Because he does have a lap undercut.
Yeah, that is going to be the question. But I think he's going to be quite far ahead, considering he's already on the start-finish straight.
Yeah, he's gotten Danny.
Yeah,
So that's worked. Yeah, and consequently he's also gotten Speedy.
Yeah, and the gap is just over a second. So he could potentially get really close to some idiot as well. I don't think it's going to be enough to overtake him, unless some idiot is going to be losing time in these laps. But I would not suspect so, because him and Copy are just giving each other the DRS.
Yeah, he's definitely cleared the cars between him and some idiot anyway, which is good regardless. So I'd expect these boys to pit this lap to cover off the undercutters.
Ben's going for an overtake on Jesse. And Benz is in front, locks up a little bit, but it doesn't compromise his run into the corner.
Pretty textbook pass. The mediums would definitely be the better tire at this point, I would imagine.
Yeah, Jesse locks up to Null, has a look on the inside, and I think there was contact there.
Yeah, no, we're gonna hang it around the outside. Can't do it.
Yeah, he's looking for the cutback, and oh, and that's a nice move.
Yeah, nicely
Jesse
done.
is still
Jesse
there.
come back. That's good racing.
Yeah,
Very nicely done, very
racing.
clean.
Yeah, I could overtake my Null. You can see that Jesse is losing time from locking up. So Julian puts in the fastest lap on the race on those mediums.
Yeah.
And he is
he's
going
jumped
to the
some
inside
idiot.
of Jesse. Yeah, and he jumps some idiot as well.
Yeah. Impressive stuff. So that undercut has worked beautifully. And there's a number of cars between himself and the rest of the front runners, so he can break the arrest now and try to run away with this.
Yeah, you can see that some idiot is struggling with this traffic. Copy as well. Definitely being held back by Jesse. The gap to Julian is already pretty big.
Yeah, I'm not mistaken, somebody doesn't have the highest front wing on his setup, so that's going to hurt him following this traffic in the S's, which is what you saw there.
Copy
gets Jesse. Can somebody follow him through? Not right now.
No, somebody was having a look on the inside there, but it looks like Danico is already getting involved in the fight. So some idiot is past now, Danico following him through immediately, going around the outside of Jesse. Now Speedy is on the back of Jesse as well, so Speedy pulling the exact same move as his teammate a lap prior. Jesse going a bit, taking a tighter line on the first apex. So Speedy was able to make a cutback. Copy now overtakes Knoll and he is in 4th position, effectively in 2nd. So the gap is 2.2 seconds, so that undercut definitely worked for Julian.
Yeah,
massively,
that's
considering he was around 3 seconds, maybe 2, behind on Copy and some idiot.
Yeah. He just needs to try and clear the McLarens quickly, because this could put a dent in his lead.
Yeah, so he's potentially gonna have a look on the inside of that Benz already, and he is gonna do that. And that's a very nice move, so he brakes later and does not lock up. He's gonna get DRS onto the straight.
Yeah, nicely done.
Some movement going on. Popo has overtaken Hugo's in P13. Nicely done.
Yeah, good stuff. So Danny's hanging with Copy and some idiot pretty well right now, which I kind of expected. Setting himself up for a podium depending on penalties, and there's a bit of a... There's been an incident there between Slash and Triton, I believe it was. Bit of wheel banging that sent Slash into the barrier. He's got lots of front wing damage now. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he's on fresh medium tires, and he is definitely gonna have to pit for a new wing now.
Yeah. Finalmente, men.
Julian has gotten past Tipsy Bob, so he now has the opportunity to clear the gap to the guys behind, considering that Copy is still behind both McLarens. And some idiots with that as well. Flash LP is retired from the session in the third sector.
Yeah, unsurprisingly.
So Copy is gonna have... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the problem Copy has now is that the two McLarens with the arrest.
Yeah, he does
So
have DRS on the straight, but he is not able to overtake him so far because Benz also has DRS on Tipsy Bob. And ooh, Benz locks up massively, but he doesn't lose too much time from it. It seems.
yeah, so crucially, Julian is getting away.
Yeah, it's looking particularly good for Julian. So there's a Red Bull of Rust in there as well. He is ghosted and he is getting out of the way. Good job from him. So Julian has already found a 1.6 second gap to Tipsy Bob.
That'll do him nicely.
Tipsy Bob going to the inside and braking very early to defend against that Benz. So the McLarens are gonna go side by side into the S's, and that Benz has gotten the position now. But having those two McLarens fighting is definitely gonna cost some idiots and copy more time. Looks like Tipsy Bob is struggling on these medium tires.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't really seem to care about the fact that they have 4 of the top 5 guys for the race behind them. Tipsy fighting Copy. As you might expect, Tipsy fights everyone.
Well, to be fair, they don't have to care.
Yeah, true. True. Just commenting on the fact that it's funny seeing these boys fighting away.
Copy now going to the inside of Tipsy Bob and some idiot following through as well. But Tipsy Bob fighting hard. And so far,
he does not give up.
Keeping the position over some idiots. Copy has gotten past, and now some idiots going to the inside, and he now has the position.
Yeah, Speedy having a look at Danny, couldn't do anything with it.
No, so he's gonna have to stay behind here.
And now Julian has 3.5 second lead to Copy. And they haven't cleared Bance yet, although I expect Copy will do that now.
Yeah, Danico is now having a look on Tipsy Bob. Oh, Tipsy Bob lagged a bit back there. Tipsy Bob fighting with Speedy. So Danico has gotten past him, but Speedy not yet. And Copy has gotten past that Benz, but the gap is 3.6 seconds at this point.
Yeah.
So the undercuts and all the traffic from, well, actually all the traffic, just the 2 McLarens having there, has really worked for Julian.
Yeah, he's judged that to perfection.
Yeah, going from P4, I believe, to first position with a 3.4 second lead. It was a massive undercut.
He's played his cards well there.
Yeah, and some idiots going past that Benz. He's not really defending there. Danico is getting past there as well, and Danico locking up a little bit. Was having a look on the inside. Danico potentially. Nope, he's gonna hang back here. Some movement in between Nicholas and Alexander. Alexander has overtaken Nicholas. He's in P9 now.
Yeah.
Good performance so far from him. He's in P9.
Questionable strategy.
Yeah, his soft tires are 6 lap old, so I reckon he's on a 2-stop then.
Yeah, Hagrid, I somewhat doubt that he can stretch his soft tires to the end.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I suppose it probably is.
I mean, if you want, you can. It's not gonna be fun, but
I mean,
you're not gonna be fast.
I mean, your tires are gonna be flatter than the Netherlands by the end of your stint. I mean, if he wants to vibe, he can. So, Copy's set about closing in Julian, and he's caught about 7/10. Almost broke DRS to submit. So, we're not going to let Julian get away. Of course, Copy is going to have a tire advantage having pitted.
Speedy has overtaken dead bands now as well, going into the third sector.
Popo does Alexander run on the outside, nice move.
Alright, so yeah, Popo is now in front of him. So Hugo's on the back of Nicholas here. Looked like he was getting really close in the last corner.
Yeah, Danny with the fastest lap, 35.6.
Yeah, so the gap is definitely getting smaller between Copy and Julian. It's 2.8 seconds now. So it has decreased by around a second over the last 2 laps. Julian is gonna have to manage his tires and the gap at the same time, so it's gonna be a difficult one today.
Yep.
Hugo picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Cobby gets so close to breaking the DRS every time from some idiot, but there's just that last 10 that's missing. I suspect he's looking forwards now.
Yeah. Nicholas has overtaken Alexander.
Yeah, the best of the tires there for Alex. Come and go. Settling down a bit.
Yeah, it's
Not too
looking
much
pretty quiet out on track.
Yeah, next maneuver is probably going to be Hugo overtaking Alexander. Besides that, I don't think there's much really happening right now.
Yeah, the gap has decreased further to 2.3 seconds.
Yeah, Copy is really starting to reel Julian in. Quite a rate of knots. At this rate, it'll only be a couple of laps before Copy gets the DRS. And Julian is using a lot more ERS than Copy is, in spite of the fact that Copy is having to defend from a DRS train. So Julian under a lot of pressure. And he's not going to have as good tires as the rest. Triton passing Tipsy. So I think some idiots and Danny just content to hang in the DRS of Copy for now. They know the real fight for the win comes later when they catch Julian. They can save their batteries. Now, although some idiot isn't really doing that. Tipsy pits, but picks up a penalty. Good. I think voice chat dead. Epic.
No.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I've been very quiet and leaving me to do all this hard work on my own SMH.
Well, it's just very quiet on track at the moment.
I suppose, man.
There's not really a lot going on. You were doing your thing, so...
I suppose, I was vibing.
So... Tipsy Bob coming out of the pits. He has Noel right behind him.
Yeah.
But I don't expect Noel to be a problem to Tipsy Bob because he is on the fresh soft tires. You can already see that he is faster for the S's.
So Tipsy's gonna be pretty quick now. That said, it is a bit long to take your soft tires. I think it would have been worthwhile for him to wait a lap or two more.
Yeah, that probably would have been his best bet, because I think the soft tires should last around 8 laps. And at this rate he's gonna have to do 11 laps, so it's gonna be quite the challenge.
You can do 10 laps on fresh soft, but you can't really get much more than that. He's not closing in on Jesse as much as I expected. He is closing, but considering the edge of Jesse's tires, I would have expected it to be a bit more. It's only been about 7 or 8 tenths, I think.
Yeah.
Speaking of closing, copy under 2 seconds from Julian now.
Yeah, gap is 1.8 now. And yeah, as you said, some idiots, again, just in Copy's DRS.
Yeah, having to use his battery to stay there though. So Copy has some serious pace.
Yeah, it looks like some idiot is maybe struggling a bit even. If we have to take a look, Danico is also pretty high on ERS, so he's not really struggling to keep up with some idiot.
Yeah, I have to wonder, could Danny maybe challenge Copy if he got ahead of some idiot? It seems like he's not having to work as hard to keep that pace. That said, some idiot and Danny really close up in the final sector. Copy just manages to gap them in the S's, which you might expect with the dirty air.
Yeah, dirty air is on this track definitely a thing going through the S's.
Yeah, it's not fun. And Bance finally pits onto soft tires.
Yeah, so that's 2 laps later than his teammate.
Yeah. Looks like he'll make it work though. I don't think Tipsy's gonna jump him.
It looks like he's going to be, yeah, he's going to be ahead of Jesse even.
Yeah. He saw Jesse and said, "Hello."
Yes.
Me.
Yeah, gap between Copy and Julian is now down to 1.5 seconds. And looks like some idiot is a bit closer to Copy than he was last lap right now.
Yeah, he definitely is. I'm starting to save a bit of ERS now, so maybe he's found a little bit of pace in himself.
Yeah, Nefluke in chat already pointing out, if Julian doesn't watch out, the tires are gonna go kaboom.
Yeah, because he's on the edge of what the tire can do. Before it hits that cliff at about 60%.
Yeah, WoW in chat's also pointing out that he can definitely make it, but he's gonna have to manage it.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a question over the tires puncturing or anything. The problem is they're going to hit that wall at about 60% and just drop off. Well, I think Copy is realistically probably the best shot for the win.
Yeah, because he is really high on ERS at the moment. He's not really using it that much to close the gap on Julian, so he's definitely waiting to use it to actually go for an overtake. Some idiot is at around 50% and Danico around 60%.
Yeah, and none of these top 4 have penalties, so it's a straight fight right now.
Ah yes, good fucking fighting.
Bray.
Unless one of them picks up a penalty, but I'm not really expecting any of those four to pick up a penalty that soon.
Well, Julian and Danny are on 2 warnings. I think Copy and some idiot are on 1.
Okay, so Julian and Danny are on the edge then already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like the gap is stagnating a little bit at 1.5 seconds. So actually, Copy closes in around 2/10. The S is here. 3/10
Fancy
even.
fast lap.
Yeah, that's fastest lap. On the
Alternate
threshold
strategy,
times.
of course.
Yes. So Copy now only 1/10 out of the DRS on Julian. So I expect we could see a fight for potentially the win in the upcoming laps, or maybe the next lap even.
Could be.
Considering the rate
Quite
at
close.
which Copy was closing up. Triton going on the inside of Popo back here for P6, and he gets the move done.
Yeah.
So let's see if maybe Popo can fight back into the upcoming corner. He's not that close. No, he's gonna have to hang back here. So Triton is now definitely in P6.
Yeah.
Further back we also have, I believe that's Timo on Knoll. It's going around the outside. Knoll fighting back. Timo gets the inside for this
the next
corner.
part.
Yeah.
No
They're
hanging
still side
on.
by side here, so Knoll gonna have the inside for this corner again. And
Yeah.
bit of wheel banging going
back.
on. And Timo loses position again, so that overtake was not successful.
Yeah, Timo was looking for the cutback, but Noel blocked that off. Didn't like the opportunity.
Yes, nice camera position with no audio, thank you.
Epic.
Alright, so again, the gap between Copy and Julian just over a second, so it looks like Copy is suffering from the dirty air at the moment. So this puts some idiots into a position to overtake, and he does that now on the straight. Copy is not really fighting him to not lose too much time.
Yeah, some idiot has been saving his battery for the last couple of laps. He's been looking pretty comfortable.
Yeah, some idiot's already within a second of Julian now, so that DRS definitely put him in the range.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess some idiot has seen the opportunity to get Julian and want to get out of the DRS train as soon as possible because he hits them. I mean, loves them. What am I saying? He loves DRS trains, he really does. He loves them so much he wants to lead them.
Yes.
Right now Julian will be thinking, oh lord, he coming.
Yeah, because some idiot is already within half a second going through the S's. So he's going to suffer a bit more from the dirty air, but he's going to be well into the DRS, and Danico picks up a 3-second time penalty now.
Yeah. Rest in ravioli, Danny.
Right, now going through this hairpin. Let's see if some idiots can close up to Julian now. Maybe go for an overtake. He had a little bit of oversteer coming out of the corner. But it looks like he's closing up enough. Julian really defensive on the inside.
Pushes some idiot out, doesn't give him any quarter.
Some idiots
That's a bit sketch.
having a look on the inside again. That's the
Oh,
a little bit of contact here. Yeah, Julian now in front, but some idiots looking for a cutback, and he's gonna have to go around the outside. And there was just no room there for contention, so some idiots for now stays behind.
Well, I feel like there was room for contention there, but Julian decided he didn't want to give it.
I'm not sure it was if it was a Madden or Julian. Oh, and that's a nice dummy from some idiot. But Julian again really defensive on the inside. He's not looking to give up the position. So he wants to stay in the lead until the end of the race. He's not looking to get into the DRS train and potentially take the position back later.
Can you tell there's a championship at stake here?
No, not at all.
Nah, fam.
Not for him.
So Julian's gonna get the DRS from Rust right now. So he left the session but didn't retire, which is
so his AI is still driving around on the track, which is a bit Monka W.
Teasing me. Not.
Yeah, so there's no room for overtaking from some idiot this lap. So, oh, Julian locks
really
up and goes very
one.
wide into the corner. That's definitely not going to help with the tire wear situation that he's in right now. So some idiot forcing Julian to defend on the inside, which is going to cost him even more time. So some idiot is right on his gearbox right here. He's going to get a tighter line. He closes up a little bit more then. I believe further back down, Popo and Triton are also fighting again. Popo having a little bit of oversteer, so he loses the position once more. Some idiot again pulling off a dummy, going to the inside and then back to the outside again. Julian slightly, or no, not really, overshoots the corner.
Yeah, I expected Julian to do more, so you could see it set up for a very aggressive cutback. But Julian made the corner better than he anticipated.
Yeah, I believe this is about the most aggressive fighting we've seen between the championship contenders this season.
Yeah, it's crunch time for Julian at this point. And a 16 points gap. If he can't close the gap to some idiot in the championship, then some idiot can afford to finish P2 in the final two races.
Yeah, so some idiot is having the DRS again on Julian. Julian again going very defensive on the inside. Braking late, he's gonna get some of the marbles. Some idiots, some wheel banging there, some idiot on the inside in the next corner. I believe there's some more contact going on there.
Yeah, it's a carbon copy of what they did, but Julian side wide and some idiot takes the position.
Yeah. So the question is going to be, is Julian going to be able to fight back onto the next straight? Or is this, or is it now over with the fight? Doesn't look like his tires are doing very well.
He's struggling, but he's hanging in there.
Yeah, some idiot's already moving over to the left to break the slipstream.
Julian looking for it.
Looking for a late sense, but it's too far back. And now Copy is all over Julian again. And if Copy is going to be fighting Julian, then it's some idiot is going to be able to run away.
Yeah, this is very spicy action.
So up until now in this season, we've seen some very conservative fighting between Julian and some idiot. Both just hanging back in each other's DRS and overtaking only when there was no defending needed. Now we're coming to the end of the season and there's some really aggressive fighting between the two. And now Julian has lost a lot of time to some idiot, and he's very low on ERS. So he's potentially going to lose the position to Copy as well. He locks up a little bit into this corner. That's again not going to help him with the tires.
Yeah, Julian's just working a little too hard and it's going to cost himself. Battling going on between Nick, Triton and Hugo. Hugo losing out.
Alright. So, let's see, Julian still in some idiot's DRS. But only just.
think through the S's that might change.
Yeah, so let's see if Julian is gonna get a good run through the S's. It looks good so far. It looks like some idiot maybe have lost a little bit of time even.
Yeah, that's not enough to break the DRS.
Yeah, it's not enough to break the DRS, but Julian hasn't really closed up as well. It's kind of stagnating at the moment. Julian is still gonna have the DRS, so he's able to defend from Copy. Copy on a much higher ERS level than Julian. Julian is below 10% and Copy is yeah, constantly around 70%. Maybe 80% even through the slow sectors.
Well, last lap coming onto the straight, he was on 98.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe Nefluke already pointed that out in chat. That Copy was on 98% ERS.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2.
Noel's gone around. He's just dropped it somewhere.
Yeah, that's null.
No.
Oh, and I believe Julian has lost the DRS to some idiot now.
Yeah, he's had a mistake somewhere because the gap has gone up to 1.4.
Yeah, so that's gonna put Julian in danger of losing even more positions. But we've gone on to the final lap, so Julian is gonna have to fight really hard to keep his second position. And even if Copy and Julian are gonna be fighting, then there's still Danico. Of course he has a time penalty, but he's gonna fight for those on-track positions.
Yeah.
Looking from Copy's onboard, you can see that Julian is struggling going through the S's. Losing a lot of time. Gap to some idiots in front is already 1.6 seconds.
Yeah, his tires have somewhat expired.
Yeah, Copy now only 3/10 behind and he's gonna have the DRS. Julian already conserving, he's not gonna fight into the next corner that hard. Well, actually he is. He's gonna send it up the inside and there's contact there with Copy.
Yeah, Danny takes the opportunity as a look on the outside of Copy.
Having a look as well. Danny was having a look on the inside of Copy there.
Still...
And Copy now going up the inside of Julian in long right hander, and that's Copy around. And that allows Danico to get past and go into third position and Speedy past as well.
Yeah,
so that has lost Copy a lot of time and he's down in P5.
Julian fought that quite hard and Copy quite eager sticking his nose in there. And it's cost him.
Yeah,
I'm not sure who's at fault there, but...
yeah, I'm not quite sure if that was a matter of Julian defending hard or Copy sticking his nose in where it shouldn't be, but...
yeah,
in the end, Copy was the one that went around, but he had to go for a move to get the second position.
Yeah, I think in all likelihood he was probably a mixture of the two.
Yeah, so in the end, some idiot takes the win. So he increases his gap by 7 more points. So the gap goes up to 23 points then. So yeah, it's going to be a difficult one for Julian to fight back in the championship.
Yeah, it's tough. Gap grows to 23 points now.
Yes, 23. So if some idiots outscores Julian by more than 2 points in the next race, then that's it for the championship.
Well, 3 actually, but yeah.
Yeah, 3 or more.
Yeah. So
yeah,
Julian needs to go all or nothing for these last 2 races if he wants to take this.
Yeah, it's gonna be very difficult, but it looks like some idiot is yeah, some idiot is in a very good position.
Yeah.
So Julian went for the massive undercut in this race, and it was looking good for him considering that he had made up a lot of time directly from that undercut, but in the end of the race it had cost him more than he gained.
Yeah. It's Volpo with a really good under the radar drive from P14 to P6. Had a relatively quiet race besides the battles with the Ferraris. He'd be a candidate for driver of the day for me. He drove exceptionally well.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Yeah, okay,
stuff.
so the top two, so Some Idiots and Julian both not taking any penalties. Danico and Speedy. Wow, how
I'm
did I
Schmidty.
mispronounce that?
Wah
What?
7 and Wah 7.
Mein God. Okay, so yeah, Danico and Speedy both taking free second time penalty, but it's not gonna cost them any positions. Copy in
I
the end finishing in 5th position. So taking
Schmidty.
home yeah, Speedy. I don't know how I did that. Anyway,
Brian is killed.
so
No.
yeah, I think it's time for interviews. So we're just quickly going to see if anyone is interested in interviews. I suspect some idiot will be. Oh, Julian is also looking for an interview.
Alright, so we can yoink the two of them.
Hello.
Shalom.
Shalom.
How about that, eh?
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Had to earn my money today. That's how it should be.
Yeah, sure. That must have been really fun though, that battle with Julian. We've not seen you battle that aggressively so far this.
Well, it's just knife's edge. You have to fight on the knife's edge. That's what Julian did. That's what I did. Respect to him. We didn't come to any. We come to a little bit of contact, but I don't think either of us gained advantage from it. So that's fair. That was a good fight. I want to give uh, I want to give congrats to Julian because he did an awesome job today. He could have definitely won that race, and he definitely he did a very good job to put himself in that position. So I just want to say that.
Yeah, for sure. So in the end, P2 for him, P1 for you.
At my actual home race too, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know I talked about Mexico being a second home race, but this is the actual home race.
Yeah,
So, you
the big
know,
one.
I appreciate it. I have to appreciate it when it comes to me.
Yeah. So good job on the qualifying, good job on the race. How was your car? You seemed really comfortable the whole time.
I'll say this: in qualifying, I felt like I did a pretty decent. I felt I nailed sector one. I was looking at my sector times. That was the best ever sector one I did. I
Yeah,
think I did
sure.
48, and then it just held together the rest of the lap. I mean, really, that was exactly what I was hoping for myself because that's what I was practicing around in GP mode when I was doing that kind of work. So I'm happy for that. In the race, I was definitely trying to just make sure I kept the tires on the car on the softs, definitely.
Yeah.
I was a little bit of overheating, but that's kind of be expected. I think if I did it again, there was a couple things I would tweak, knowing now. But I mean, that's in the past now that we speak of it. I felt like I was just having to keep my powder dry for the last 10 or so laps. I mean, basically, my game plan was on the mediums was once we get close enough to Julian, I have to go past Copy so I can be the first car to go try something different. I didn't want to be the second car in line. I wanted to be the first car in line to go attack Julian because I figured if I can just give myself the opportunity, I can wheel the car up there. I can wheel it past him, and sure enough, it happened. Thankfully,
Yeah,
but
great job
it was
driving.
just a conservation race really until the end. I mean, that was just it's basically logging laps until about 10 laps to go, and then it's just you got to go all out to go get one. Got to go get the win.
Yeah, great job. I think we'll drag in Julian now.
Okay, you want me to jump out?
You can stay if you want.
Okay.
Uh, hello.
if you want to stay, then listen to my sexy voice, eh?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm prepping myself as is.
Why wasn't I pulled into this channel when you were interviewing him? I wanted to hear his voice too, man.
You're hearing it now.
This is
Should-
bromance here for the
You should have
channel.
told us then.
Absolutely.
Well, I said I wanted to be interviewed, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're
Oh,
not gonna
no.
drag in everyone at the same time, though.
About the same time.
Mm.
So,
So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
maybe a little disappointed with quality. You probably wanted a bit higher than you got.
Yes, you guessed that right.
Not an optimal start. I think it's fair
Nope.
to say. Was it your plan all along to pit lap 6, or did you decide after the start you had to gamble on that?
Well, I was I just didn't really have the pace on the first stint, and I saw Speedy in front of me, and I know it's quite hard to control the tire temps, even on a controller. It's definitely harder. So I was just guessing that he was struggling with the tires because he dropped pace a lot 2 laps before I pitted, and I saw him coming. I saw myself closing into him, so I just assumed that his tires were going off a lot. So I wanted to do the undercut, so I didn't lose time behind that. Pitting 2 laps earlier than my original plan, but the undercut worked really well until the last few laps when the tires just died and I couldn't really do much. I gave it my best shot and got P2 in the end. Had a spicy incident with Copy as well. I mean, I don't know what to really say. It was the final lap. I was already thinking, why are you going for it? But I left the space as much as I could because my tires were really bad on the wear. So I gave enough space that I didn't spin out because I wanted to take it flat, of course. So it was kind of a compromise between giving him space and having my own line. And I think that he had enough space. So yeah, I don't know what he was thinking to do there. He shoves the blame on me, but we'll have to wait and see for the FIA what they say, if it's going to be reported in the first place. So
yeah,
I'm
hard to
curious what's
say.
going to happen.
Hard to say. At first glance on the stream, it kind of looked like it was maybe a racing incident. It's kind of hard to say either way that someone or the other was at fault. So that would need to be reviewed. But
yeah,
regardless,
I do have to actually admit that the move a few corners before that on the end of the back straight, that was a little bit naughty from myself there. I'm gonna admit that right away. But that seems to be a trend in any league at the moment. So I just thought, why not do it myself? It was just a little bit aggressive. Could have done it a little bit nicer, but yeah. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the race, despite losing the win on the last few laps. So congrats to you, some idiot. Good race.
Thank you. If I might, can I jump in here since I have this opportunity?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
I said this a little bit earlier to them, but I want to say this to you as well, Julian. You did a damn good job today. I think you maximized everything you had. Given the position you're in on the softs, you got a really nice undercut. You did a good job throughout trying to hold on to the worn tires. Fought me as hard as you could. I respect that, and you did a damn good job. That's what I want to say. So
thank you.
Would easily deserve the win today if circumstance didn't play out the way it did. So
yeah, well, it is what it is.
well, I don't think there's anything at my end. Hybrid.
No, I'd just like to say that it was a very good race from both of you.
Yeah, really great to watch as well. Point out.
Yeah, about the first
Great
time
stuff.
that we've seen this kind of aggressive fighting from the both of you.
What do you expect with 3 races to go?
I'm not really expecting anything else, but it's I just wanted to point it out that it's nice to see that.
Well, this was about the first race that we were actually close on the, getting the end result. Because we were about at the same time on the same position. I don't know what I can't speak right now. We were about at the same position on the track, so of course we're gonna battle a lot because it's for the championship too. So yeah, I would have loved to finish ahead, but it is what it is. Next week, Brazil. I'm looking forward to that. One of my favorite and better tracks. So
And
Yeah.
we have
So,
two races still that are going to be bar brawls. So
Yeah,
it ain't over. It ain't over to the last lap in Abu Dhabi. That's what I'll say about it. We'll have a good fight to the end.
I hope so.
yeah, so Julian said that he is pretty good on Brazil. So how are you on Brazil? Some idiot.
It's a work in
Yeah, tell
progress.
us.
I feel better about Abu Dhabi. I'll be honest. I've got something that I felt like I hit on a setup a couple weeks ago because I was just testing out some stuff for later on in the season. So Abu Dhabi, Brazil, I still have some more work to do, but I've got some ideas based off of the things I've seen and heard. It's a work in progress. I keep saying that, but it's a work in progress. So we'll see what
Are,
happens
are,
come Sunday.
are you saying you willingly drove Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, willingly.
Hmm.
Everything for the championship, little
Absolutely.
tryout.
Absolutely. Hey, I want it, man. I want
Yeah,
it, man.
yeah. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that you're a tryhard.
Ah.
No. Just kidding.
It's bulletin board material.
Right.
All right. All right. That's enough for me. All right. I'm gonna jump off. You guys have a good one.
Alright, take care,
Alright,
man.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'm off to iRacing again, so see you as well.
man. Alright,
Yeah.
see ya.
I feel like the more I do commentary, the more amateur and less good at this I get.
No, I think it's just
No comment.
I think it's just that we're getting slowly, very slowly, getting less awkward at it, and then like with getting less awkward, also the less professional stuff starts to come out.
I suppose you might be right. I suppose.
Anyway, yeah, that was it for this week. I don't think there's anyone else interested in an interview at the moment.
Screw
So,
'em.
you see, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I see your point. I see your point.
Anyway, so yeah, we're just gonna close it off for this week then. So join us back next week in Brazil. So
Okay.
the championship fight continues into the second last round.
Mm.
So it's goodbye from us.
Could be it.